we go.
What's going on? It's Joel, and I am so excited because I'm joined by the wonderful Jack, Ryan, and Adam. It's AJR. What's up, guys?
Hey, man. How's it going?
I am hanging in there. This is what, month 8 of quarantine, and everything's good. How about you guys? Have you guys been holding up mentally, physically, spiritually?
We have been all right. We have been doing a lot of writing, I guess. I think that's the answer that every artist has probably been giving you, but it's kind of the only thing we know how to do without touring, So, yeah. I mean, mentally we've been okay because it's just, we write every song in our bedroom anyway. Every song that we've put out has come from there. So it hasn't really been much of a shift for us. So mentally we're doing well.
Spiritually, I've been very good. I've been meditating a lot to really focus on my spiritual center. Yes.
That's good.
Nice. Now, I have to ask, because all three of you guys are brothers and you're living together in close quarters, have there been moments where you guys argued, or has this quarantine and pandemic experience brought you guys closer?
Definitely hasn't brought us closer. That's definitely not the answer. Ryan and I live together. Adam has his own place. So I don't know. What do you think?
I'm trying to think. I think everybody's kind of changed from this quarantine. I think everybody's gotten a little more inner reflective and thinking about their position in the world. And it's weird with the whole, with this pandemic, it's brought out like a lot of the narcissists in the world of like, I don't care about anybody else. I'm going to walk around because it's convenient for me, And so I think everybody that is willing to work on themselves has improved themselves a little bit.
Ryan, so he's talking about me when he says narcissist.
This narcissist.
Oh, no.
That was the subtext of that.
There are other of us here.
Well, hey, I appreciate the honesty. It takes a lot of courage to bring that up. There you go, Jack.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Now, I believe a huge congrats are in order for you guys. First off, you have your own hot sauce, which I cannot wait to talk about in a few minutes. Bang is your highest charting single to date, and you performed on Ellen, which, hello, is huge. Now, when you guys found out that you're performing on Ellen, how did you guys react? Because you've been working on this goal for 8 years, right?
Yeah. We posted on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Wow, back in 2012.
Yeah, it's so funny how everybody used to talk on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. Everybody was like so lame back then. What do we say about Ellen?
Please, guys, write to Ellen saying that we should perform, like as if that's going to do anything. Like as if Ellen even knows she has a Facebook page,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 years later, we got the fans to rally together.
I doubt that was also the reason.
No, it was honestly really cool. It didn't really sink in because we shot it remotely, obviously, because of quarantine. It didn't really sink in until we saw the video of her saying, and next up is here is AJR. It was a very cool moment to hear that out of her mouth.
Absolutely. Now, was that done in one take? I was curious about the whole filming process behind it, or was it like really tightly edited?
No, that was one take.
It was one take.
That was one take. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. Well,
yeah.
Congrats again. Like 8 years, that is a long time to like try to fight towards that goal. And you guys persevered. So kudos to you guys.
Thank you, man.
Now, what I love about you guys, like, again, before we were talking, basically, I'm a huge fan. What I love about you guys is that you guys aren't just musicians. You guys are considered to be humanitarians. You are advocates for positive change. You bring awareness on crucial issues like sustainability, bringing awareness on voting during this crazy election, which finally wrapped up, and supporting local communities. And that ties in, with hot sauce. What made you guys decide, you know what, let's make our own hot sauce?
You know what? I think we had the title Bang, and we kind of thought like, okay, we've been wanting to make a hot sauce for a little while. It was either, what was our other one? Burn the house down?
No, I came up with Burn the Mouth Down.
Oh, Burn the Mouth Down.
Like that? Yeah.
And then we were worried about being sued for that if people's mouths burned down. So
I don't remember that discussion.
We decided it was too much of a lie.
That's why we didn't go with that?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And so we decided to go with Bang. And honestly, it felt really cool. Yeah, there's this garden here in the Bronx that we wanted to support, where it's all very local and community based, and all the money, a lot of the money goes back to them and building the garden. And so, yeah, it felt like the right thing to do. And we're not the hugest fan of hot sauce in general, but we did 1 million taste tests, and we tasted this one. We were like, we have to make this the Bang sauce. It's so flavorful and not too spicy. It just kind of felt perfect.
Yeah, I was reading about the hot sauce because when I found out you made your own hot sauce, I'm a little bit of a hot sauce enthusiast. The hottest I'll go is like mango habanero. Anything spicier than that, I'm like, nope. Give me like the bucket of milk. Give me a pitcher of water. I can't. I'm a punk when it comes to that stuff. but I saw that you guys sourced ingredients from local gardens in New York. Now, that again comes into the humanitarian qualities. Is that something that your parents instilled in you, or as you got older, you became more educated in the world and decided, you know what, the world needs a lot of changes. I want to do my part in the world.
I think it's something with our generation. Honestly, I think millennials and Gen Z way more than our parents. I think a lot of us are looking around and saying, we need to leave the world a better place than we found it. Like, enough with just kind of reaping the world for our own benefit, you know? And so I think we're one of a lot of people, but I think we realized, okay, we have this platform now. Who knows when this platform could go away? None of us know. Why wouldn't we look back and use this time in the best way possible, when we could look back and say we did something good for the world?
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys really are making a change. I mean, Ryan, first off, you went to Brazil last month and planted trees. That must have been one of the most amazing experiences of all time.
It really was. Have you ever planted? Have you ever done anything like this? I had never done it before.
Unfortunately not, no.
Yeah, oh my God, it's such, because we grew up in New York City. I didn't grow up around nature at all.
Right.
And it's something that I've wanted to do for a while. And so I went to a farm and just had my hands in the earth for a while.
Yeah.
And it was really, it sounds kind of cheesy, but it was really a spiritual moment. It was oh, I'm part of the earth, that we're all one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jack and Adam, you guys should probably do it too. That sounds like an awesome experience.
They're not part of
I'm not quite part of the earth yet.
Ryan not quite part.
Ryan has to teach me how to get on that level, I think.
Hey man, it's all good. It takes time. But going back to the hot sauce and supporting local communities, you sourced ingredients from gardens within New York. I think this would be perfect for Hot Ones. You guys should be on the show, honestly.
No, right? We've talked about that. We'd love to be. Could you write on Facebook to Hot Ones? Let's start now, and then 8 years from now, we'll get to be on Hot Ones.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. I mean, if anything, just slide into Sean Evans' DMs. He might answer and be like, you know what? I'll do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Get on that.
Okay, I'm on it.
Start the campaign.
See, there you go. Now, out of the three of you, who handles spiciness the best?
Adam does, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys aren't really a fan of hot sauce at all?
Honestly, just this one. And it sounds like we're selling it, but you should go buy it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the fact that you named your hot sauce after your highest charting single is, I think, the cleverest marketing strategy of all time. It's there, bang, doesn't need for any further explanations at all.
Like Coca-Cola, bang, hot sauce. It's that's the peak, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Now, since you guys have been working on new music in quarantine, I definitely want to dig into that a little bit. Bummerland. I saw the music video for it. And the first thing that I thought of was, okay, I'm seeing Wes Anderson influences. I'm a little bit of a film buff, not really, but it had the quirky, whimsical qualities. Who came up with the concept for the music video?
It was kind of a collaboration there, and a bit of a spur of the moment situation. The guy who filmed it was his name is Eduardo. He's our childhood friend. We went to elementary school with him, and
nice.
He went to film school, as did Ryan and I. And we basically we were in Long Island, and we brought him out to Long Island, and we said, let's just film this fun spur of the moment video. So we basically were in this house and had all this land and nature at us, and said, let's wake up every morning and think of a bunch of cool situations to be in. So we ordered a parachuter costume and put the flamingo on top of the car and sped down the road. And it was just one of those great videos that was just fun from the beginning to the end, because it was just a bunch of people saying, what if we do this? What if we do this? There was nothing professional about it.
Yeah. Now, what was the whole process like filming it? Because obviously we're in the middle of a pandemic. You can't bring in a whole lot of people on a set. Was it done with one camera, or did you have a really small group helping out?
No, there was no group. It was just us and the people that we were quarantining with, which were, a couple of our girlfriends and our dad and him. And he just basically had one camera. And that was pretty much it. There was no crew. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, Bummerland, this is the follow-up to Bang. You guys actually performed this at your drive-through show in the summer.
Yeah.
What's that experience like? Because obviously with the whole music industry coming to a screeching halt, the only option we really have for putting on shows are drive-through shows. Was that an uncomfortable experience at first? Did you think it wasn't going to work out? What was the whole planning process behind it?
Yeah. It's actually a drive-in show. As you said,
Drive-in.
a drive-through show would be like,
What is that?
we're at the McDonald's window and one car at a time. It's just like chooses which song they want us to play, and then that's.
Oh, I knew it. Oh, I
which is
figured.
also a good idea, in itself. But no, for the drive-in show, we basically, our manager thought of this idea like a month before, maybe even more before COVID actually got really bad and we had to start closing stuff. We had this whole meeting and about, okay, what happens when worse comes to worse? And he said, we should definitely do a drive-in show. And we were like, what, a drive-in show? And he was right, because obviously people started doing it and it's a great thing. So it was really weird. We put it out for sale, not knowing, of course, if anyone was going to care or want to come. And it sold out really quickly, like faster than a lot of our regular shows do. The 2 nights, I think the first night sold out in a day, and then the second night in pre-sale, and then the second night sold out in like a couple minutes. It was really quick. So we get there, and then we had to like get on stage and get over this hump of, okay, this is not a concert. This is not like a party. It's more of like a tailgate, and we're like the entertainment, because everyone is in their car spaced 6 feet apart, and you can't hear anyone cheering. All you can hear is like horns, and you can barely see them. So once we got over that hump and realized, okay, wait, we're actually doing something really good for these people. They get to come out and have fun for one night out of this, this crazy time. Then it was like, oh, wait, I'm so glad I'm up here. I want to do this for like a full week straight just to give that back. So it was actually it was the most unique live experience I think we've ever had.
Yeah, that's amazing, because I've never been to a drive-in concert. I've been to a drive-through concert where like I've gotten my order taken and whatnot, but like I've mostly seen like just rows of cars. They're honking, like you see a few people getting out to dance and whatnot and celebrate, but it's definitely a strange yet liberating experience. Like it's providing people with comfort, a sense of escapism from this crazy time that we're living in. Pretty much a dumpster fire of a year, if you guys agree with me on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you guys consider doing it again sometime next year, maybe?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully live music actually comes back, and that's that's number one. But if this keeps going, but hopefully it doesn't. We would absolutely do more.
Yeah. Now, since you guys are working on more new music, so you had the drive-in show, which was done. You played your brand new single, Bummerland, working on new music in quarantine. How's that going so far? Like, have you found different influences and inspirations? Have you guys been listening to different artists than you usually do? Like, what has that been like overall?
I guess the inspiration is a lot harder in quarantine, because every song we've ever written that's like ultra relatable, or people are like, oh yeah, I totally feel that, has come from us sort of like observing our friends, in situations, or us in social situations. Like Weak was written because we were imagining what kind of song our friend would want to dance to up on his desk when we were in a dorm, when we were in college. Like we were like, okay, what's the drop? What is he going to be feeling during that moment? So that's why we wrote Weak. And a lot of our songs, had that same situation. And now we can't see, you can't be in those party situations. Friends, you got to be 6 feet apart. So it's a lot different. So the inspiration has been a lot harder. It's been more like drawing from within yourself, like remembering, that, oh God, that time in middle school and I got super embarrassed, or, oh shoot, what am I going to do next year after this is over? Do I, so basically that sort of stuff. So that has actually created a new, bubble for this music, which is actually really cool, because we want to do something different from album to album.
Yeah, that's amazing. It sounds like it's more autobiographical, if that makes sense. Like you guys are doing a lot more of reflecting and integrating that into your new music. Yeah,
I think the songs we've written so far, a lot of them are very like emotion based, not even sad, but like definitely from within, whether it's like a different facet of every person's personality, but definitely from within.
Right. Are you guys getting influences from films too? Like I know you two, Jack and Ryan, you guys studied film at Columbia. Have you guys been getting influences from film scores maybe? I'm just curious about that.
Yeah, definitely.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, from films, from TV shows. You watch Pen 15, you know the show?
No, I don't.
It's such a great show. We got really inspired by that one. It's about it's like two 30-year-old women playing 8th graders or 7th graders or something in middle school.
It's almost like the equivalent of watching our friend up on the table in the dorm, because I guess it's a good idea, right? Watch movies that replicate situations you're usually in when you're writing songs.
Totally.
So you get to see like actors going through it.
Yeah, because there's always those moments of like, oh, I totally went through that, and then your brain turns on and goes, oh, did everybody go through that?
That's a song,
and then, that's a song. So yeah, definitely movies and TV shows. Not a lot of movies have come out, honestly. So mostly TV shows.
Yeah.
So Christopher Nolan, you didn't get inspired by the
Tenet?
music? Oh, that movie was awful.
We made a song in reverse.
We didn't like that movie at all.
I didn't see it, but you know what? You guys have sold it for me. I'm not going to watch it.
Don't go. Don't give it to him. Yeah.
I mean, as much as I want to ask why it was bad, that could be like a 3-hour discussion.
It was just, I guess we weren't smart enough for it. I couldn't follow it at all. So yeah.
I respect it though.
Yeah.
So what TV shows have you guys been watching constantly on Netflix? I'm sure you've been binge watching shows.
Right. Besides that show, Pen 15, we've been watching. I just started Succession, which is fantastic so far.
Okay.
That show, Friends from College, is on Netflix. No one really knows about it. It got canceled after the second season, but it's like easily one of the best shows I've ever seen. We watch like The Office just when we have nothing to do. We put it on in the background. Sometimes when we're making music, that's helpful to have on.
Yeah, that's like the typical default for everybody, including myself. Like I used to watch Friends when it was on Netflix, but now it's like, all right, I guess Friends or Bly Manor, if you guys have seen that.
No, but it's a funny point that it's funny. It's kind of sad, I guess, that those TV shows have gotten to the point where everyone's seen it so many times that you don't quite still get the same emotion, but it's so easy to have on in the background now. I guess it's a little bit depressing for a show to get to that.
That's so funny. Well, I'm glad that you guys are doing okay. You guys haven't been fighting or like up each other's throats in quarantine because unfortunately, with some siblings, it can get to that case, but you guys have all gotten along. It's very namaste in your apartment.
It is namaste.
So since we're approaching the end of the year really quickly at a surprising rate, what's next for you guys? I know you're working on the new album. Is there any possibility it'll drop maybe before the ball drops, or is that better off early next year?
It's going to drop with the ball at the same exact time.
What does that
What's
look like?
that? Is that AJR's new album? It's coming down right beside it. I don't know which one to watch.
It's so shiny.
Yeah. No, it's we're going to give next week we have an announcement of new things happening with the band, whether that's new music or new, concert, a version of a concert that we're going to be doing. And an album, I don't think this year, definitely next year, hopefully at the top of next year.
Sure. Well, at least Bang and Bummerland are going to be on the new album, right? That's just to curb our appetite for now.
Yeah. Those are on the new album.
Maybe. Gave that away.
Why would they not be on the new album? Oh, it's Adam's decision.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Executive decision maker here. Wow. Okay. Now, when I was on Twitter, I noticed that you guys were teasing, like you said, there's something going on. Next week, you're going to make an announcement. But I noticed something very interesting. Like, I'm very attentive to details. In Neo Theater, you guys were felt puppets. In the teasers that you posted on Twitter, you guys are porcelain dolls. Is that symbolism? Am I just overthinking it? Like, is that symbolizing something with
You're underthinking it. Way
underthinking it.
It is like Tenet times 10.
I thought you said you were attentive to detail.
Yeah, wait a second. You don't even get
well,
it.
I noticed the texture.
No. That's something that we like to do, really. It's exactly what you said. We like to do these characters for us. I think we feel weird posing on the front of an album cover. I don't think that we can look cool or do anything new with just our photos of us, we would have to do thumbs up. No, so we decided to make these characters for ourselves, and we thought it was really cool, to like really accent the change between each album and how each album is a new era of the band with new music and new emotion, to change up the characters. And this time it was porcelain dolls, and not all of them have even been released yet. Adams is the last one to be released, and people are going to be shocked when they see Adams. They don't know what's coming.
You thought you knew Adam.
Well, I don't know. I have a feeling that it might be a happy doll for Adam, because Jack, yours came out and it was crying. I'm like, my God, poor guy. I feel so bad for Jack.
That's just my normal situation these days. This is the one time I wasn't crying today. So
mine is very evil.
Oh, Adam's is the evil. Yeah. Adam's the evil one.
For a minute, I thought you said it was very emo. I was like, aha.
He has eyeliner on underneath.
Just like weeping eyeliner going down your face. 2005 My Chem, exactly. Well, guys, thank you so much for doing this. It means a heck of a lot to me. Like I usually say whenever I end my show, I'm sending you guys much love and good vibes. Wish you guys nothing but the best of luck with everything, getting through the rest of this year, which again, dumpster fire of a year, and continued success. You guys have been crushing it. Bang is amazing. Bummerland is amazing. Cannot wait to see what you guys come up with next year.
Thanks so much, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great time and be safe, all right?
Thanks. You too.
Thanks.